It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for Milwaukee, they are putting together an impressive stretch of basketball. Only one loss in their last 8 games. We'll see if that continues tonight. And the Bucks have some fantastic wing players on their team. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jabari Parker. How well do these two complement each other, Jet?
Giannis and Parker, they both attack the rim. The injury slowed Parker down early, but, Giannis is what they call the freak. He is a guy who can do things differently than any other.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee at BMO Harris Bradley Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. For the Bucks, they continue their stretch of hope. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. And last season for the Bucks was a bit of a letdown year. It came into the season with such high hopes after making the playoffs in 2015, but they just couldn't keep the postseason streak going.
And guys, sometimes growth isn't always linear. It's not always a natural, steady progression forward. Sometimes you take a step back, you might go sideways. And that's kind of what happened with the Bucks. They're still a team that's on the come. I thought they showed that.
For Milwaukee, Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Jabari Parker. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. On the court for Orlando, Prez. He's in at point guard. Hezonja's out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Young, and it's Biyombo at center. Prez dishes to Gordon. Pass to Biyombo, stolen by Henson. Shot by Carter Williams, nobody around, and no good, and a chance to take the lead.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. The ball.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk.
You're terrible, Milwaukee.
Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there.
Shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on them in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
That's tipped. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Bucks.
And and they don't really use the long ball as a major factor in their offense, kind of bucking the league trend, if you will. And it's not easy to win that way. Shooting mostly twos, you have to be tremendously efficient.
This is to Prez. Back to Young. By the Bucks. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Oh, a good open open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Here's Prez, and it's blocked. Here's Antetokounmpo. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Hit some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to Dallas.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
No, it's certainly not going to be your night shooting that poorly. And so often when that happens to a team, it's hard to get out of that funk once you get into it.
That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
And, you know, when Jason Kidd was a player, he had a no-nonsense approach to the game. Still maintains that approach as a coach. Very much focused on results and efficiency over bells and whistles and all the extras.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Prez. Carter Williams covering. That one falls. Now it's a 7-point Magic lead. And thinking about where Kidd's playing tendencies show up in his coaching, his unselfishness and commitment to defense are there too.
Yeah, and there's a calming demeanor that he brought to the court as a player, and I think he brings that to the sideline as well. And keeping things in perspective, I think has been a big help during his stay at Milwaukee.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Passes to Henson. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And here is Carter Williams. An 11-point game for him in the win against Golden State.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
They get the rebound. Biyombo kicks to Gordon. Here's Prez. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. There's the dish to Henson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You know, even though Antetokounmpo is a bigger guy, longer guy, he handles and passes like a point guard. I mean, he's always on the lookout for how he can set up his team.
And Serge Ibaka coming to...
He trusts you every time he punches the ball. When you...
Well, if you wonder how much big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. John Henson comes in for Jabari Parker. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Mirza Teletovic. And it's Carter Williams in for Chris Middleton. So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon down low with Vucevic. Young is out there with Prez. And it's Hazonia in at the 3. Shoots. That shot off the mark. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They're playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Knocked away. Henson against Gordon. Kicks to Monroe. Now, here is Young. He has 5. Pass to Gordon. And it's good. Walk through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Orlando.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
And Aaron Gordon, the 4th overall pick back in 2015 by the Magic, and very young for his class.
Here we go. Let's draw it up. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort.
Defense and activity on the court, and that always travels well.
Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. The pass to Hazonia. He dishes it to Biyombo. The feed to Prez for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. On to Tacumbo's got his third rebound tonight. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Chris Middleton has become an elite help defender, but he's soft-spoken. He's become more vocal on the court, and that is not by coincidence. You know, Jared Dudley told me this story a couple of years ago that Coach Kidd told Dudley during practice, stop talking. I want Middleton to talk. And now Middleton's communication is taken off. Coach Kidd said his communication is something that never comes up. When you're looking at his growth, it's not just his game, but his leadership that has taken off. Evan?
Well, thanks, D.A. He's truly a great two-way player. Terrific find for Milwaukee.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Azania. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Lock at 6. Prez passes to Biyombo. And here's Young from the arc. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding. And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Prez dishes to Young. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 11.
And really, Young is very efficient at shooting the triple. The D has to be better guarding him from out there.
Carter Williams with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Poke loose, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Outside, out of Tacumbo. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Oh, a monumental buzzer beater!
What a thrilling shot for one team and a heartbreaker for the other.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even keel and flatline that one.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Magic. They lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, it looked like the ball really was moving there in the first half.
Yeah, the game is simple when you make the extra pass, when you play the right way. We start out playing as...
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Listen, guys, we've got...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half. Silas Plumlee's checked in for Milwaukee. Orlando also making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. Jody Meeks comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Prez is subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Jabari Parker is out there with Miles Plumlee. And it's Carter Williams in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Plumlee with the screen. Middleton inside the three-point line. Can't make good off the pick.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Meeks, good.
Super focus from Prez. Outstanding awareness to spot the open man.
Bucks trail by 6. Now Carter Williams. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Carter Williams. Clock at 4, and the call will be against Perez.
I approve that
That
steal.
is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. And a switcher also for Orlando. Gordon's checked in. Antetokounmpo kicks to Dellavedova. Three-pointer, Teletovic, and Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Bucks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Orlando. Young comes in for Meeks. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Perez, no good. The Bucks trail. To the inside. Carter Williams with the bucket. Carter Williams has got 6.
Well, I like the toughness shown by Carter Williams inside. Not afraid to go up against the trees in the paint.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 9 points for Perez.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And the Magic making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Now here's Carter Williams. He's tightly guarded to the left wing. And here is Henson. He's got 6. Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, one of the hardest things to do is to live up to the word potential when it's thrown around a player for so long. That was certainly the case with Antetokounmpo for most of his career. I mean, he's lived up to the hype and is realizing everything that fans hoped he would become when he first started his journey in the NBA.
Teletovic passes to Carter Williams. Makes it off the glass. Carter Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now here's Perez. Carter Williams covering. Young outside. No one near Perez as he lets it go. The Magic again can't hit. As you said, potential can be a curse at times. So many players fizzle out after flashing moments of greatness. Giannis is living up to the hype.
Yeah, and I think you've got to give his coaching staff a lot of credit for that because they've been believers in Antetokounmpo throughout his career, and that helps, especially with a young player. They've brought him along, I think, at just the right pace. Took some time to figure out how best to use such a unique talent with his size, but I think he's got a great upside and will be a real force for years to come.
Teletovic dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Antetokounmpo. Feeds it to Teletovic. 5 to shoot. Dellavedova with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up for the lead. And it's Dellavedova missing. Orlando's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Got that bucket in no time at all. Perez has got 11 points.
Keep the energy up. So efficient on the catch and shoot there. You got to love how Perez just squares up and delivers.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 6th assist on the night. Orlando leading. Perez passes to Biyombo. Stolen by Henson. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Carter Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Goes up on the wing. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Most of the time, that shot will go down, or the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Pass to Perez. Trying his luck deep. Orlando gets it back. Here's Biyombo. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now here's Carter Williams. Guarded closely. Back to Antetokounmpo. Off on that one. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jay.
Hey, understand, so we're missing shots we normally make. Just gotta get started.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. On the court for Orlando, Gordon down low with Vucevic. Prez out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Green in at the small forward. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Carter Williams. The Magic shooting around 41% on the night. Prez dishes to Vucevic. Monroe in the double team. Here's Prez. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. So it's the Bucks now. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Carter Williams has got 9 points here in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Gordon kicks to Green, and stolen by Teletovic. Now here's Carter Williams. Screened by Monroe. Here's Carter Williams. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now here's Prez. Carter Williams covering. Prez kicks to Vucevic. Vucevic a screen on Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Vucevic missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it.
Middleton the pass to Monroe. It's stolen by Green. Fournier gets a wide open look. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 6th rebound on the night. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Orlando. Elfrid Payton comes in. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that'll do it, folks.
The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Orlando Magic. Looking at the last game for the Magic, it was a loss to Milwaukee. With a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And Eric Bledsoe won.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sport. And before the game gets underway,
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're...
Thank you, David. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Perez is checked in for Orlando. The Magic trail by 11.
And the Suns now are clearly in rebuild mode. I mean, they thought going into the year they'd be able to compete, but last season they had to blow things up, and then you had the injuries as well. So turmoil within this team has led them to look more to the future.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe teams up with Booker in the backcourt. Jared Dudley out there with Alex Len, and it's Warren in at the small forward position. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. They set the pick. Bledsoe kicks to Warren. Feeds to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside. Booker's got 5 points so far. And with the Suns transitioning into a rebuilding team.
Here we go. Let's draw it up. Look, I'm fine with
the rebuilding process.
Biyombo is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And the Suns also making a change. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Len. It's tipped. Bledsoe for 3. Vucevic with the rebound. The Magic trail by 14. Pass to Fournier. Releases. Cans the shot from the wing. Fournier's got his first 2 points of the night.
Quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
Now, here's Warren. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line. That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
No one near Prez as he lets it go. Hands it from downtown. Prez has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bledsoe with 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Prez kicks to Gordon. The pass to Prez. Vucevic a screen on Booker. Prez passes to Vucevic. The shot missing. And Phoenix the other way now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Neither team a big-time contender in their respective conferences, Greg, but when the teams are fairly evenly matched, it can still be entertaining basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Hezonja comes in for Nikola Vucevic. Young is subbed in for Fournier. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Bender, he's checked in for Dudley. P.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Young against Barbosa. Here's Tucker. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Magic trail by 11. Young in the corner. No good on the triple. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Knight for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And given their performance in that game, which was not necessarily a work of art, I had a hard time believing it wound up being as close as it did.
And, you know, as it came down the stretch, Greg, I was thinking, how is this still a game? I mean, how is this still close? You got the sense that it was never going to be their night.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Young dishes to Prez. And it's off from three-point range. Suns leading by 10. Over in the corner, Bender. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Bender's got his first 3 points of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Knight kicks it to Tucker. Shoots it up. The rebound by Young. The Magic have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. To the right side. Here's Prez. Second shot opportunity. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Gordon's got his first basket.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Back to Knight. Uncovered. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Magic trailed by 9. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And here is Prez. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. And just amazing awareness there. Prez whipping the ball all over quickly to the uncovered man.
And again, it's the Suns missing. And they're scoring pretty well. And Eric Bledsoe, off the charts athleticism, skills out the door. He talks about the thing he's focusing on most.
The main one is making the playoffs. You know, we fall short every year, and that was pretty much for me.
Raw but ultra-talented when he entered the league, Bledsoe now seems ready to take on that full responsibility, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he played in the shadow of John Wall in college, you know, Chris Paul with the Clippers, but now Bledsoe has a chance to cast his own shadow.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Prez, he's in at point guard. Baca is out there with Green. And it's Young, and it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
The Magic shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
And backing away.
No easy buckets now. Hustle up.
Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
Let's see how the Suns have performed over the last few weeks. 4th in free throw percentage, 9th in steals, and they're a top 10 team in three-point shooting.
And talking about how consistent they've been at the foul line. So often it's an afterthought, but the good teams find a way to make teams pay for sending them to the free throw line. That's been a key all season. When you watch Eric Bledsoe, I mean, sometimes it's mind-boggling to believe he's only 6'1". I mean, he plays several inches taller, and he's not afraid to take it at big guys. I mean, he's got that incredible wingspan, which obviously helps along with the athletic ability. But, you know, I think he's starting to show people that he can man the helm in terms of that point guard position. And the real question is going to be, can he stay healthy over the course of a season? Because the talent is unquestioned.
Booker outside. Bledsoe kicks to Len. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Far too much penetration allowed, Greg, and that's really been the theme of the song so far here.
Prez kicks to Fournier. He dishes it to Prez for the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Dudley's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Bledsoe.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Agreed. He's going to start putting on a show now.
That's usually how it goes. I mean, once they're in front, they really cut him loose.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And let's look at a graph of blocks and personal fouls the last 5 games and the season as a whole for Bender.
And one thing about being aggressive with your shot contesting and rim protection is that sometimes you can get in foul trouble. And while the blocks have been there for him, so have the fouls. That's a trend he's got to reverse.
1:12 left in the first half. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Shoots from the corner. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
The Magic trail by 16. Prez kicks to Ibaka. They kick it out to Green. He feeds it to Prez. Puts it up from 12. That one off the back iron and out. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Bledsoe passes to Len, and here's Dudley for 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Dudley's got 8.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Well, Orlando shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Green.
And Prez just threading the needle once again. A real nuisance to deal with in pick and roll sets.
Phoenix leading by 17. Bledsoe outside. And the call will be against Prez. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Bledsoe. 11 points in the game. Here's Booker, and no good trying to get that one. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Suns lead by 17. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
All right, come on, guys. Shake it off. Hey, if we let up on D even a little, it's enough to get their guy.
We're back with you in Orlando, where you can see some of the street art that adorns this beautiful city. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Eric Bledsoe really making a difference here.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Barbosa, Bender out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Chandler, and it's Knight in at the 1 spot. That one goes. Count it. Knight's got his second basket.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
On offense, here are the Magic. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Prez kicks to Gordon. Young dishes to Prez. Shot clock at 6. Here's Biyombo. The kick out to Young. Second shot opportunity. That's good on the jump shot.
Nice jump shot by Young. Looking totally in the zone, draining these Jays.
The Suns have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Knight wide open and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Prez. The feed to Biyombo. Chandler with the steal. Bender the pass to Knight. There's a good screen. Chandler a screen from past the arc. Again, the miss by Knight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And you know, Prez's ability to capitalize on these and one chances are why he's so respected in the game of basketball. Superior strength on display there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Well, looking at the numbers for Prez in this one, he's got 13 points, and the three-pointers have been dropping for him. He's got 3 of them.
You know what, Clark? If you continue to shoot the way he is, he may have to become more of an integral part of their offensive scheme.
Outside Gordon. Passes it to Young. Gordon kicks to Prez. Gordon dishes to Prez. It's good from long range. Prez has got 5 points in the quarter.
And Prez looking calm and collected from deep there, just burying the outside tray with ease.
Here's Bender. Offensive rebound. Here's Chandler. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The Magic in third.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Booker's checked in. And he's good on the second. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Stolen by Tucker. He kicks to Knight from the line. Not going to go that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. It's Fournier on the wing. It's hauled in by the Suns. Tucker's got his third rebound tonight. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dishes to Knight. Again, the miss by Knight. The Magic shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Now Barbosa, he's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Phoenix, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The 3 quarters of play all. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the. So for the Magic, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Ibaka. Hezonja comes in for Evan Fournier. And Prez is subbed in for Jody Meeks. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Williams. Dudley comes in for Chris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Knight subbed in for Goodwin. Prez in at 2 guard. Hezonja is out there with Green. Then it's Levin. And it's Biyombo at the center position. This is out there for Orlando.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Booker. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And Dragan Bender out of Croatia looking to follow in the footsteps of Porzingis as the next European big man to make an impact right out of the gates.
Yeah, and like Porzingis, I think he has a chance to be one of those guys that can spread the floor at the 5. A big man who can patrol the paint defensively and then stretch it on the offensive side of the floor.
And Bender's one of those guys just oozing with potential. A big man who runs the floor well and uses his size down close to the basket.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knight kicks to Goodwin. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.